So full moon in Libra, and these are truly unprecedented times of calling yourself to really know who you are so that you're able to understand your process, understand that you have energy, you have a fountain of vibrational attunement and frequency and all these words that I can use, that until you feel it, you truly are going to like ponder and ask questions. But the quality of your questions will determine the quality of your answers. It's just like, it's truthfully like AI right now. The quality of how you prompt, how something is how you're going to get back. And is that really your information? So you've got to have this discernment. This full moon is so full and so strong because it's coming in preparation for this new moon that's going to come in here in the next 2 weeks. So just like we had the last 2 weeks in preparation for us to let go right now of not what is out of balance, right? But not what is right or wrong, but what no longer fits your inner scale, okay, of who you are in who you're being. And that can be so many different things. So when we look at Libra, and Libra being the moon where it sits, because the truth is when you look at it astrologically, right, the sun is in Aries, so it's calling this Aries sun of who am I, what am I doing, where am I going, where is my North Star, what am I creating? I am, the I am presence that reigns all systems, right? The zodiac system is just one little piece of it because it's your part of the constellation. Moon in Me touches your sacred astrology, that aspect of you knowing that you're the soul that chose this, you're the soul that chooses your constellations, your parents, and I keep on reiterating that to remind you that you are the life creator, life force energy, and it is important that you know who you are and who you're being. This time frame right now between Aries and Libra coming in not to balance you out, but for you to manage your scales, right? It's for you to say, okay, I need a little bit of this, a little bit of that, and a little bit of that, and a little bit of this. And you're going to say, okay, well, that's bringing it more into equilibrium. But equilibrium to what? And balance to what, right? That can only be your inner calling of your attunement. What is no longer fitting you? What is it that you need to hold back maybe a little bit, or move forward a little bit more, or, take a little bit of this, a pinch of that? It's just like cooking. What is it that you love? What is it that you want? What is it that you are tapping into? What is it that you're releasing? What is it that you're finding that, oh my goodness, I keep on doing the same thing over and over again? However, you're not. You're doing it in different layers and different segments and different spheres of your own self-awareness. Aries cleans the slate for everybody. You, me, the planet, everybody. And with the fire horse being so systematically drawn into and spoken about and brought into like into like awareness, that doesn't mean that it's present in people's true awareness, because people are just talking about things that they actually really are not comprehending the magnitude of, right? So when it taps into Moon in Me, it's raising your awareness to your emotional state, your emotional well-being, your feeler. It's telling you, you know what? I don't feel it. I don't feel it. And if you're not feeling it, and you know that that is part of who you are, it's part of your matrix, it's part of your blueprint, then I would pay attention, right? If things are not flowing for you, okay, if they're not scaling to what you are wanting or to the work that you've put in, well, then I would pay attention. It means you little bit of salt, a stick here, a little bit more breath, a little bit, because all these things are to clear your energy bodies. And with everything, there's a layer to everything, right? So you have a spiritual body, you have a mental body, you have an emotional body, you have an energetic body, you have a mental body. I mean, all of it, right? And then what takes you out of context? Not once, twice, but every single time. It's the way you feel about things. It's the way you feel about you, yourself, or a relationship that you're in. And that relationship could be a relationship with you yourself, or you, your partner, you, your ex, you, your money, you, your future self, you, who you want to be, who you want to attract, all these things. That's the relationship. That's the Libra of weighing things up so that you're able to bring things up to scale and into equilibrium for yourself. Not bringing what's out of balance into balance. It doesn't work that way. It just doesn't. It's science. It's the spiritual essence of everything. You can't be happy and sad at the same time. You can't be in two places at the same time. Your body cannot heal by receiving. Your body heals by letting go of what no longer serves it, right? So when we look at Moon and Me and the sacred astrology of it, right, we want to look in at one, you being the creator. So what does that represent in Moon and Me? You, the sun, right? You are the creator of your life. So where's that sun? So this month, the sun is in Aries, which means I am, right? Libra is your moon, which represents that emotional state of being, right? It's your lunar cycle, right? So that's saying, okay, what do you need to weigh in or weigh up so that you can scale things to bring things more into balance for you? But with what? Because you're a mother or you're a father, you're a sibling, you could be just like, for example, a sister. But what type of sister are you? Are you taking responsibility for things that you shouldn't be taking responsibility? Are you using your sisterhood to pronounce certain things of control that are not yours to control? Those little details are the most important details, because they kind of rethread you and you reconnect you to give you that freedom, right? So that you're able to free yourself up and rejuvenate. And now pay attention, I said rejuvenate. I didn't say revamp, rebirth, renew. It's rejuvenate. And the only way you rejuvenate, and rejuvenation, by the way, is a ray of light in my world and in the world that I kind of communicate in, so that you're able to kind of have a true connection to it. And I call that a ray of light, but that ray of light of rejuvenation is connected to your solar plexus. That's your sun. So I'm kind of giving you the sacred formula of how you can do this so that you're able to pronounce yourself as being, okay, who you are. I am a mother. Okay, so this moon is saying scale things up, weigh things up, lessen the simplify things in your own world of, say, for example, being a mother, a father, a sister, a brother. Choose one and just play the game today so that you're able to kind of get the feeling of what that calibration looks like, so that you're able to bring context, okay, to how you're truly feeling about being a mother or a father or a sister or a brother or an entrepreneur or a leader or a partner or whatever that is there, that is important. Because every cycle brings that momentous energy in or out. So full moons give you the opportunity, okay, to release, right? New moons give you the opportunity to plant those seeds. But what about the in-between phases? So we have a phase now, release what is vitally important to your I am presence in Aries. And that's why it's saying, scale it up, weigh yourself in the relationship of who you are and your relationship with others, right? Others meaning, okay, the balanced duo, that relationship that you've got with say your partner, or and I'm bringing the people in because it's the people in the context of your surroundings that makes the difference. And the reason I'm doing that is because I'm bringing a correlation, a reference point for you to learn how to connect. The big reason that this time is so important and this moon is not the same as any other full moons is because of the planets that's surrounding it, right? And the planets that are surrounding it are calling you, they're triggering, they send these photon light and energy and wavelengths and signals, right? And so when Mars is signaling you, okay, if you are not in balance and you're out of balance and you're mentally distorted or mentally disturbed or psychically disturbed or distorted or whatever it is, you're going to be over aggressive. So you're going to take yourself out of balance, okay? Because what people are ignoring, yes, it's a clean slate. Yes, Aries has gone to zero, okay? However, there's two very big planets still around us right now that still are in Pisces. So Pisces is all about what? Your beliefs, what I believe, my patterns, what I'm carrying with me mentally, right? Okay, and what am I thinking? How do I go and create and take action by what I stand for? This is huge. Well, we've got one, Mars, okay, that's very personal, all right? And two, you've got Mercury, which is extra personal because it's in your mind, right? So Mars is triggering, so no question that the world is at odds. Actually, the world is not at odds. The world is at war, right? Okay? Because there's so much fire in the house. Plus, you have the culmination of a fire war running. It's getting so much momentum that in the next 2 weeks, there's no turning back. There's no, oh, let me think about this. Let me go correct this. It's wrong. Go, keep on moving. And that's why I'm taking the time and a different thread of communication to explain this to you, because every moon cycle is going to come in with a different segment of energy to help you orientate yourself. Sacred astrology comes from your own constellations, your placement, your planets, your understanding of how you're truly feeling about who you are. Okay? It's your connection to your God force, to your heaven, so that you're able to create the life you came to create. Not go create a life that kind of you were enticed to do, and then you get there and your house is empty, filled with everything you thought you wanted, and there's no connection. And that's why this moon is so powerful, because it's knocking at your door and it's saying, hello? Are you connected to your soul purpose? Are you connected to the desires that you really want? And it's kind of iffy right now because we still have two major big planets, okay, that are in Pisces. Okay, so either it's to help us really physically get rid of what is physically being created in our lives, okay, by the beliefs or the thoughts that you've carried or that you've manifested, or, things that are there that are just nebulous, they're just packed up. It's like hoarding, okay? It's like your clothes just mounted up, or, your trash just got there, or your garden just got overgrown. You can't go plant new seeds in the next 2 weeks if you haven't cleared everything out. And that's what this moon is looking at you and saying, okay, pay attention to what you need to scale. So if the essence of it is your I am presence and who you are, the self, And the moon is in Libra, which is not about balance. It's about more about your inner scales, right? So you've got to look at what is creating this effect or that effect. What is taking you out of that? It has to be your emotional weight. It has to be the way you think, believe on who you are. You've got to connect those dots so that you allow yourself the freedom, okay, to then go for it. But what beliefs right now you're carrying they're just outgrown? And it's fine that they were there, but you've got to ask yourself, is what I believe going to take me to my next phase? Am I going to be able to create what I really, really want with carrying what I've got inside of me? Is there something that is dormant, unconscious, emotionally disconnecting me, okay, from allowing me to feel the fullness of who I am? And you can only get there by experience, because our contrast teaches us, right? When you love something, you kind of take it for granted. But it's when you don't love something, or when you're hurt by something that you think you love, that it teaches you. Because it's going, you know what? I'm not going to stand for that. You know what? I'm not going to allow that. Or, you know what? It's enough. I'm not going to do that anymore. So it's in the re-choosing now. Now pay attention, I said re-choosing. Not your past, because there's a very big gap right now, because timelines don't really exist. There is no time. It's a ray of light. And it's in that moment that you have the power to either bring it back or attune to your future. But it's in this moment, like right now, that you have that moment to do something. Because even like now, it doesn't exist, it's gone. Because now it exists like right now and then it's gone. Right? And I know it's a little bit complicated, but really not. We're in that era where technology is superseding. You've got to catch up. But don't catch up on the wrong platform, on the wrong footing, because then you don't have a foundation. That's what this moon is about. It's scaling you, it's weighing you, so that you can have the right foundation and the right platforms, the right words, those things that are fitting for you. They bring you to like, oh, okay, that feels good. For somebody else, it's a little bit more salt or a little bit more spice. But for you, it's not. For you, it needs less salt, less spice, more herbs. It's not the same as somebody else's. You're called to be individual. You're called to be your unique self. You're called to break away from the bubble effect of, fake it until you make it, compare it to what others are doing. That's what you've got to do. How do you know that? Until you know yourself, I wouldn't be doing that. I'd be asking the right questions to myself. What do I love? What do I want? Where do I want to go? How do I want to feel? What do I want to create? How do I want to be? Who do I want to be with? So many of those incredible things. So full moon, always opportunities to open the door, open those cupboards, open those drawers, let stuff go. Right, so I'm going to invite you with two things. One, let some physical stuff go. Clothes, cupboards, whatever it is. And just pay attention, because it's a very powerful and incredible, spiritual corridor. Okay, you're in the midst of both your Passover and Easter. So don't leave the doors of the past too open to resurrect the old. Close those doors so that you can give yourself the opportunity to rejuvenate a seed of your soul. Bring in that light, share that light, give space to that light for that light to shine bright. And that's what I want to leave you with. All right? Happy full moon. Weigh it up. Feel it. Test it. It's all in your feeling. That's where you've got your power. All right? Stay good.